do you folks want some love hearts?
I didn't bring my dice to
Welcome to the 200. I've just checked.
From
it's
Boston,
39.
Massachusetts.
That sounds about right.
Yep.
239th hour. All the victors want to.
Yeah!
Thank you all for joining us. I'm just going to quickly run through a few things before we start. So just like with this performance, like all of the performances, is a relaxed performance. That just means we've got a relaxed attitude to any sound or movements from our audience members, just for the benefit of anyone who may not be able to be still or silent for the duration of the piece. If at any point you do want to pop out, you can feel free to head through the door at the back. There's some water and stuff out there, so help yourselves and then come back in when you feel ready. I'm just over here as well, so give me a shout if you do need anything at all. We've got some audio loop headsets, so if you would like to use those, again, just come give me a shout. The lights should stay like this throughout, however, they have been going out. If that happens, I will run and put them back on as quick as I can. There'll be no loud bangs, but there will be some background music throughout. I think that is everything. Hand over to Leo for the next.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Kat. Please. Thank you. My name is Leo. I'm the Games Master for this hour and the hour that follows it. What is this? What are we doing? It's Adventurers Wanted, the tabletop role-playing game, 250-hour tabletop role-playing game. That means that the 5 people on my left and right here play individual, unique characters in a fantasy setting. As the Games Master, I play the fantasy setting. The allies that they make, the enemies they destroy, and the monsters that they accidentally summon through rifts in reality. There we go. As you do, yeah, that's the arc that you've jumped into, guys. Have fun.
And we're at endgame, so...
Yeah,
Things have gotten extraordinarily silly.
We interact with each other using dice to keep things fair or hilariously unfair, as the case may be. With a 1 being terrible and a 20 generally being fairly good. At this level, anything north of a 20 is excellent. So, we have nearly 240 hours of backstory. So, if there's anything that is said that goes over your head, or if you feel like you missed an in-joke somewhere, please do stop us, ask us, make us explain ourselves. We're very big on that. We want to be as inclusive as possible. In short terms, everybody's character is a researcher on scientific... not a researcher, sorry. Everybody is a crew member on a scientific research vessel joined to a navy called the Spirit of the Horizon. The Spirit of the Horizon, on their last official mission for the Admiralty, accidentally summoned an ancient evil god, whom I'm sure the people, just let's put it out there, I'm sure you'll be aware of Cthulhu. Is whom they summoned. Exactly. There we go. Do you know what? That is strangely... we have a BSL interpreter for 1 hour, and that is strangely similar to his sign for Cthulhu. Anyway, in trying to get away from Cthulhu, the ship cast a spell that was far out of their control and threw them into a new reality. Over the next 2 months in game time, they have been questing across this world to try and put the spell back together to cast it again to get home. This morning, they managed to put the spell back together. Yes. They cast it. Turns out it summoned Cthulhu to them. Damn it. So now, someone else came through from their world as well, one of their old captains called Captain Golan, who gave them the sad news that basically, yes, hello, Ed.
Sorry, Relora died, or just got sent to the other?
Died. No, she died.
Casting the spell.
Yeah, the person casting the spell. The spell is, in mechanical terms, a 10th level spell and requires your soul to cast it. And Relora died casting it. She was the beloved commander of the ship. The captain, however, came back.
Everyone forgets that my character died just because they were only there for
Just because Bella Strathe wasn't a series regular, like, how dare the spell?
Bella also died in casting the spell. Golan came back, told them that their world was a wasteland and that he was here to help them save this world, and there was no going home. They just had to sort of save this world and carry on.
Oh, I didn't realise that.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, yeah, our world's dead, dude.
In the very last moment, they approached the Trocken Caldera, run by the 3 queens of the Thundercrest Isles, to try and see if there could be an army of allies summoned together to fight Cthulhu. I know, right? We hit all the right notes. But as they approach, they see that the city of Lunes is on fire, and there are dead bodies littering the streets, and they're currently smack bang in the middle of a combat with a Shoggoth and 3 elder things. This horrible.
Well, you call it a battle. I call it just kind of pushing it back a bit.
The Shoggoth has been spectacularly bad at hitting things right now.
I put a good sized hole in
You
there.
did.
So anyway, let's meet our players and their characters. So starting from my right, tell us your name, your character's name, and give us a little bit of your backstory.
Hi, my name is Oz. I'm playing the part of Darkness Evil Val, who is the HR manager aboard the Spirit of the Horizon.
Hi, I'm Jamie. I'm playing Liabilitas. He is a Dragonborn cleric, and he is a very clumsy sailor, and one of the only ones, so his workload is massive.
We managed to get you some more sailors since you were last here.
Did you?
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah,
it's
there's like 3 more.
You'll find my workload is pretty massive with the amount of bullshit this crew goes through. I'm like handing out pamphlets being like, respect for people in your workplace, health and safety. This crew is crazy.
Yeah, I've got the don't think before you act.
Yeah, think before you-
but
yeah.
Anyway,
12 times
we're,
now.
come on, guys.
Yeah.
15th level combat takes long enough as it is.
Hi, I'm Naomi. I'm playing Brina Froddle. Brina is the head of arcane research on the ship. She's a tiny gnome wizard, used to be panicky, now a depressed alcoholic. It's all going fine.
My name is Vivian. I am playing Cassie. Cassie is a sailor and totally not a pirate. Never was a pirate.
Never was.
No. Slander.
My
Lies
name is
and...
Daniel. I'm playing Timon Templar. I am a, well, some may call me rogue, but I call myself a cook of desperation.
That is the best description.
Brilliant. Can I get your dexterity scores, please? And can we get the fight
16.
music back?
18.
16 and 18. Oh, you're a dex-based fighter. Lovely.
Apparently.
Apparently so.
No, the strength
Pause
is
for
all
crime.
A kind of everything based fighter.
Here we go.
15.
So, Timon, as you see this fight going on the streets, and usually your crew would be quite good at handily dealing with these. They haven't got past the harbour yet, though. So as you're watching from the ship, you decide, well, I better join in. Like they look like they need a hand.
I typically keep my short sword with the cleavers and everything else, but I pull out the special cleaver for this one.
Okay.
Pull that out, couple extra strops of the knife just to make sure it's extra sharp, and jump out the window.
Fantastic. Roll an acrobatics roll for me. Don't forget about reliable talents.
It's fine,
I
you
rolled
want
a 15.
15.
not a problem.
Okay, good.
So 15, that's 27?
27, sure. You
With
land.
no
But no 3-point landing needed. You just land running. You hit the ground running, continuing off into the battle. Ahead of you, you see Liabilitas and Brina, the casters, who are standing at the back of the party quite wisely, have been attacked by these weird tentacle-like trunk monsters that I will be referring to as elder things. Their eyes are on stalks at the top, and they have weird, strange, very symmetrical wings.
The two of them look like excellent cover. I'll use them as such.
I'm 2
Beyond
foot tall.
beyond that,
Maybe the
Well,
other
I'm
one.
7 foot tall.
There you go.
he's
Enough to
7
cover
foot.
two of them.
He's a dragonborn. She's a gnome. Beyond that, this great big mass of eyes and black ooze is surrounding and encroaching on Darkness Evil Val, the HR representative, and your captain Golan is swacking away at it with his maul next to it. What would you like to do?
First, I'm going to consider whether they are subject to critical hits, and figure out if they have any type of vital things for me to hit, and if so, hit them.
Okay, cool. Is
Going
this
for
with,
the rapier, this is a total of 18 to hit. I
18
don't know
will
if I get any bonus for them already being in combat, for being flanking or anything.
You will get advantage on that roll.
Okay, that
so
takes it up to 20.
and it's counted. So advantage you roll
means
twice
roll
and take
twice
the higher.
and take the higher one.
That's right, not advantage equals
That's all
plus
right.
two.
Yeah.
Lots of different systems in the
Either
head.
way you've hit it, but let's see how well you've hit it.
Oh,
Ooh,
not so
second
well.
one, not so good.
Okay, 18 hits it anyway. Plus, this is considered a sneak attack. So can
Everybody
we
pass
all
me your
pool
D6s.
our d6s? Let me see what I've got.
6 and D8, just
Why
for
are
luck.
you in there? You should not be in there.
Thank you. In what? Which god?
Well,
6, and then I'll need 2.
I don't know where.
10,
Just roll to
1,
extra.
2,
Just add one.
23,
I've got 3 here anyway.
27, 29, 33.
33.
I am happy that they're able
and
to
just-
take precise damage.
Just to be clear, did you attack the one fighting Liabilitas or Brina?
Oh, liabilities, absolutely.
Liabilitas. And it was
Oh, thanks.
20.
Liabilities needs to, I need liabilities on my good side. You're
Yeah.
the cleric.
23 or I said 33?
Praise Poseidon.
33.
It's the good cleave.
It's not looking good. As you come up behind it, you looking for weak spots. Its trunk doesn't look assailable. So you just go for the tentacle eye things on its head, poking one of the eyes out.
Does it look tasty?
Do you know what? Why does everybody want to eat the eldritch creatures?
To be fair,
Why,
you're a
to be
chef.
fair, you're a chef.
Of desperation.
Roll a nature check with disadvantage.
It's probably no worse than McDonald's
16
chicken
and
nuggets.
16. Nature. 19.
19. You could probably do something with it.
Hop.
You are a cook of desperation, after all.
He probably remembers when Liabilitas brought Kraken bits back to ship.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Kraken bits, and we've had Migo and all sorts of weird and wonderful culinary delights. Cassie, what would you like to do?
Well, the city is on fire, right?
Pretty much, it's the dull constant smoke of a fire that has burned
So
everything
pillaging
to the ground.
is in order. But
Sure.
there's nothing to pillage. No,
No,
I
it's
just,
not
no, no,
the
no, no,
queen's
no,
here.
no, we're not pirates.
To be clear,
No piracy. Yes, no pillaging.
I like how
to be
it
clear,
goes-
you like these people.
And also, the queens have given us lots and lots of gold.
Right.
They said they were experienced. They didn't say they were experienced murder hobos. That's-
All right, no pillaging. I will charge at one of the there are two of these elder things, and one of them is attacking the small gnome, who is also a powerful wizard. I will charge at that one.
There's three of them.
Oh, there's three.
Just to be clear, but two of them are within your range, attacking either Brina or Liabilitas, and of course now Timon is in combat with that as well. There's one further on, hot on the heels of the captain, who's but you
Well, the
won't
captain can take care of it.
Yeah, and you won't be able to reach that without your action.
No. I'm going to charge at this one. I'm not really certain if this is
Hey,
my
guys.
correct sheet of abilities because
Yes, it is.
it says I can do damage with my maul, but I don't have a maul.
Okay, because we wrote it for a different thing, but
No, it's fine.
look at that with as your longsword.
I
and-
will scratch out maul and I will
Forgive
write
us, we've been
long
printing
sword.
so many of these over the 250 hours.
No problem. All right, so I'm going to go and attack it with my long sword. Here we go.
I think the cleric just found
So,
something. in the book.
24.
24 hits.
24, excellent. So I'm going to...
And this is the one I'm reading. You might as well roll all three attacks
Yeah,
Oh,
you get
okay,
three
yeah,
attacks.
I'll do that.
because it has not been hit
Save
very
again.
much.
2 hits and probably a miss. 14.
14 hits.
Oh my
Hey.
goodness.
Oh no!
Wow.
14 doesn't hit. 14 would hit the Shoggoth, doesn't hit the Elder thing.
But
My
I'm
bad.
charging. No. No. Okay, so 6, 1. I can re-roll that, but it's a 1 again. That's unfortunate. And I have really crappy dice luck, just so you know, right off the bat.
That's right, so just cut
What
the
you're
dollar.
getting into. All right, 13 plus 7 tripled is 21, so 34. Did I do that
34.
right?
Yeah, no, I think you
34
did.
points of damage.
I followed that. And you're just
Excellent.
hacking away at this.
I just go through and just,
Yeah, no, go.
lay waste to it.
Yeah,
as,
so
as
while-
best I can.
While Timon took his time and made one very pointed, no pun intended, no
Usually
pun intended.
it's murder, fire, then pillage, but I'm willing to be flexible.
While he did a very sensible sort of attack that did a huge amount of damage, you're just willing to go in there and just hack away at
yes,
the trunk.
exactly. No finesse whatsoever.
It looks very damaged, and Brina, you're quite happy to see this person come and help you.
Or at least for now you are.
For now. It's your turn, Brina.
Once again, Brina finds herself the highest ranking officer, a bunch of group of murder hobos.
Hey.
Apart from you two.
Apart from Liabilitas and Darkness have been lovely people.
They're great. Love, especially Darkness, our HR rep is fantastic.
Darkness Evil Violet is lawful good, just for the record.
Okay, I've got Vampiric Touch still going, so I'm gonna do that again.
Oh yeah, you do have Vampiric Touch.
That is 28.
That'll hit.
Excellent.
Oh, perfect.
Just about.
My dice is gone. Oh, that's not as good this time. 7 necrotic damage, and then I'll take half that back. Am I rounding up or down?
Down, please.
Okay.
So,
You or me?
anything else?
I'm gonna. Yeah, that's it.
at this point, Golan smacks the other thing, doing 1 hit. Oh, he can re-roll that. Yeah. Oh, he re-rolls a 2. Oh, he has to keep the 2, doesn't he? 5 plus 7, 12. So, as you watch, the captain swings round with his eldritch-infused maul and just smacks this creature in the side. To be clear, the captain spent 12 years in an eldritch wasteland before he came back to you. Time is out of joint. And he's picked up some abilities along the way. Yeah, with a laser eye, yeah, apparently.
Oh, really?
Not a laser, it's an eldritch blast eye, but a laser eye.
No, one's like a laser.
Darkness, it's your turn.
I continue swinging at the shoggoth that is surrounding me.
Oh, at the beginning of your turn, you take 3d10
I'm sure I do.
bludgeoning damage.
Oh, am I still poisoned?
You're still poisoned.
Should I roll?
18 damage, and you take 5 poison damage. Thank you for reminding me.
And it's just like, darkness will not be abated. Do I get the same aura, or do I get advantage to the attack roll?
You don't get advantage to
not
the attack roll.
attacks.
You get advantage on saving throws.
On saving
Okay,
throws.
cool. So
You
with my 2 attacks, I'm gonna try and strike into this creature. One was a 2, so hang on. I got a total of 12 to hit with the 2.
Hits.
And the other one.
Like I said, it's a it's a giant mass of eyes. Like,
So,
Which means its dex save will be horrendous.
is in fact -2.
Excellent.
It's con save, however.
A bit different.
Thanks for telling us so we don't use constitution spells.
You're welcome. It's nearly dead anyway. What with she did like Brina
I
did
blasted a literal hole in it.
70 odd damage to it, and he's been hacking away with smites.
a total of 63 damage, a mix of bludgeoning and radiant.
See?
Oh, this
Yes.
The snake
at
thing.
the beginning of its turn, that will be.
That was I didn't do that last turn though.
Dexterity
So that will be 30. Is it 30?
30 damage as it just
So it
bites
took
at
1
it.
by 3.
The symbol of my
Darkness.
God,
How would you like to finish this thing off?
basically, with all the damage that's happened to this, there's only one eye left in the middle. And I look
One
at it.
big eye?
Yeah, one big eye. And I gaze into it. And I just say, darkness will blind you.
Yeah.
What's his name?
And normally when you kill an ooze, it sort of dissipates. This thing is just slumps onto you. Roll a dexterity saving throw for me as you're in the middle of it. Against what?
Oh, was that the 10?
You don't get
7.
7.
Yeah.
I get +0.
16. You take another 21 bludgeoning damage as a parting remark from this Shoggoth. and
then
it's dead.
With the very last bit of my turn, you just see one, like I'm wearing dark black armor with like spines all over it and stuff, and you just see one gauntleted hand from the top of it just go.
Nice. No offense to these two, but these two are definitely more dangerous. So
I'm a literal wizard.
Yeah.
Like,
there you are. And also, I don't get disadvantage on attacking them because they missed out on the 8th level Holy Aura
they
spell.
did miss out on the aura.
So, Timon, you've got I've got a 19 and a
100 and something hit
24
points,
to hit you.
Both of those are hits.
Both of those are hits.
Uncanny dodge would be a lovely thing at this point.
Okay. On which one? You get to do it on one.
Bigger one. The second one.
That's fair. 7, and this is the one you'll uncanny dodge. And 15, so that'll be down to 7, so 14. Plus, I need a Constitution saving throw from you, please.
Not my favorite. Let's see what we
As you feel poison entering your pores.
That is a 12.
Yep. You take 3 extra poison damage and are considered poisoned, which means you get disadvantage on all ability checks and attack rolls.
Ouch.
Until you're not poisoned.
Oh, I should have done this.
I'm just going to put big asterisks by the poison people.
Yeah.
And Golem. Was Golem poisoned?
No, liabilities.
Oh yeah, liabilities. Okay, Cassie.
Yes.
4 attacks on you from this elder thing.
Is it hitting me with its eyeballs? Is
So
that what
no, it's got these 4 arms
Oh, it does
around
have
it,
arms, so okay.
and they're kind of like tentacles, but that's not what it's hitting you with. At the end of those tentacles are 5 more tentacles that sort of act like a grabbing hand, and those tentacles just come around parts of your body and squeeze.
I see.
Um,
Poisonously.
No!
No.
Jeez! 21.
It's barely a hit.
Barely a hit, so the other 2
Barely a
will
hit.
definitely hit.
Oh, lovely.
Because that's a 28 and a 27. The 4th was a natural one, so that one missed. So that's 15. Oh my lord. 16 and 11. So 20. So 42. Did I do that wrong?
I don't know.
That seems
But
big.
that's
42.
okay. That's okay. I can take it.
And I need 3 Constitution saving throws from you.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, 42 is right.
So 18,
Pass.
11.
Fail.
Okay, wait. I'm gonna re-roll it. I
Okay,
gotta
yeah,
think.
indomitable, yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's a success, and that's a 20, so that's a success. So I succeed on all of them.
Wow. So you just feel this poison entering into your system, and then just as you-
It has to contend with the amazing
With
amount
your
of
liver.
alcohol.
I was
It's
going the
also
same
in
way.
my system. It's
Yes.
preventative medicine that I tried to imbibe
It
before
didn't
battle.
help Brina.
I feel like I know this character so well already.
She may be a character I've played before.
The blood in your alcohol system isn't affected.
I shouldn't have tried to eat that eyeball.
Did you try and eat the eyeball?
That's why I'm poisoned.
Fair. Liabilitas.
Oh my god, who are these people?
Liabilitas, you take 7 points of poison damage at the top of your turn.
Okay.
You're in combat with an elder thing, but also there's a crazy not pirate.
Sorry.
not a pirate. Did I mention I have a hook for a hand?
How much was again? 7?
I do.
How
7.
much- Yeah, cool.
But you're not a pirate.
It's very helpful for loading my crossbow. That's
Obviously.
what I use it for.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. No, I have the rogue next to me, not the pirate.
No.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Oh, no, I
that's
was flanking-
The
I was
rogue
flanking
is
the
that's
cleric.
true. Yeah, it's true. My bad.
Liabilitas.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
pirate's
true.
me.
Cassie's not a pirate.
sorry,
She's
guys.
right here.
I've been here
Being
since 10.
a lawful neutral sailor.
No?
I haven't had one.
Yeah, you did, didn't you?
Nope.
Oh, my apologies. I did miss your turn then. Yeah.
Yeah, but Kat, you just hit them, right?
No. I just got hit by
okay.
them.
Yeah, I was going to say. We haven't had one round yet.
Nope.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm kind of hoping it's the cleric.
Seeing the kind of
It
chaos
is.
that's going on,
Person now.
I'm going to cast Mass Cure Wounds.
Yay!
Taking my 2 mates.
Thanks, buddy.
We love the
At,
Is Mass Cure Wounds a touch spell, or is it?
it's
it's
instantaneous.
It
It's
would
30
be
foot
awkward
radius.
if it's
30
a
foot
mass
radius.
One
spell.
after another.
Well, it's because Cure Wounds and Healing Words, the difference is touch and range, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I will cast it at 7th level, so it's
You get
5
cured.
D8
You get a cure.
plus my thing.
5th level.
We're not in that
That's
30 foot radius,
se-
are we?
Oh, 7th level, 5d8. Yeah, okay, cool.
Are we within 30 foot then?
You definitely are. You guys
If
are.
you are, then I should
He
be.
acting
He
closer
is,
to
yeah,
it.
he is, yeah. No, he deliberately moved in the middle. He's been setting this up for a while. I see this now.
It's great.
No, this was just a thought that came through.
Okay, fair enough.
That's 10 plus 11.
That was a really bad roll, right?
Do you just roll all ones and twos?
3 ones.
Oh.
15.
You know
So
what?
everybody
That
gets 15 health back.
You know what? That's better than nothing.
As this
Every little bit
holy...
helps.
Well, why don't you describe it for us, Liabilitas?
Well, seeing as he actually worships Poseidon, what you get is a sense of sea spray pulsing outwards, and as soon
It's
as
just very refreshing.
so as soon as it hits you, you immediately hear smell of seaweed, the smell of brine on the air, and a small blue pulse coming from your core outwards.
It's invigorating.
But not
It's
that
sonar,
invigorating. It's
but on
got-
land.
Anything else?
The thing is, wait a minute. Did it move up next to me, or?
Uh-huh.
I'm just going to sit here.
Okay, cool. Shoggoth is dead. It doesn't get to do anything. Which takes us back to Timon. At the top of your turn, you get 5 points of poison damage.
Terrible.
Cure wounds doesn't.
I don't even know what I'm going to do with this thing. So is the one in front of you dead?
No.
Ah, the one in front of you is not dead yet.
It's not dead.
And therefore not
They're all
suitable for cooking yet. Right, take another shot at it.
Sure. They're not. This one won't be a sneak attack.
Yep, and
It's
also,
focused entirely on you.
Yeah, I'm within 5 feet of it. though.
Okay, and so we have a 2 and an 8 for the disadvantage. So 14 total.
14 will not hit.
All right, then I swing my cleaver around quite a ways, trying to get it to move back a little bit and scare it.
Okay, so you try and style out the miss as an intimidation check. That's what I'm getting from this, yeah?
And smile and tap hands.
Roll an intimidation check with disadvantage.
Right. 11 and 15, so 11 not intimidate. 13. Yes, in trying to
As an
intimidate
eldritch,
elder thing.
yeah, as an eldritch creature, it's seen worse things than you.
It's eaten worse.
Does
things
that go
than you for
happen with the
breakfast.
swing of your cleaver?
Yes.
Grr, grr. Is there anything else?
No, I believe I take damage.
Okay. Cassie.
All right, we've already been paid for this gig, and we need to be allowed to spend it. So I'm going to attempt to hack off some of these tentacles that are attacking me. Ooh, that's not a good roll. That's not a good roll. That, on the other hand, is a very good roll. So I think I only hit once, but it's a potential critical, or a critical hit.
It is a critical.
It
hit.
is a critical hit because we're in 5th edition, not in 3rd
Yeah,
edition.
yeah, exactly.
I know that. So, so the highest I got before was 16.
16?
Is that? Oh no,
No,
that's
16 won't hit.
16
No,
won't
no,
hit.
no. It's 19 is the AC for
Yeah,
the
yeah,
other
yeah.
things.
I rolled very badly for those two, but I did crit on the last one. So,
So you're going to roll twice and then add your modifier.
that was my question. Do I double the modifier?
Yeah, just you don't double the modifier.
I don't double the
Just
modifier.
roll twice and add the modifier.
I re-roll. Hey, that time it actually worked. So 11 plus 7 is 18 points of damage. Not as spectacular as last time. I'm wondering about this whole getting paid afterwards.
It kills it.
Hey!
How
I'm feeling much better about
how
this.
how
yes.
does it kill it?
Scared it to death.
Yes. I'm going to disarm it tentacle-wise.
Literally.
Literally. It's mayhem. It's my specialty. Literal definition. It's the literal legal
literally.
definition. I'm an attorney in real life. I try to bring that to the game.
Nice. And so
that's very
so
much
say we all.
Does that make you a rules lawyer? Because that.
I am occasionally a rules lawyer. I try not to be.
Amazing. So
I disarm it with a few swift strokes of my long sword,
absolutely.
and then I'm gonna gut it with my hook.
Oh. And you just
I'm
bring
just
the
gonna,
hook around.
Bring the hook and just right in there.
Nice.
Saving me work, but it's on the table later.
Now, some players have different feelings about this. So, would you like to dodge the viscera or not?
So can I tell them the actual name
Yes,
of this character?
absolutely.
So the name of the character that I'm playing, that I played in a campaign at home, is Bloody Cassie, which is much stronger language here than it is in the United States.
It's not.
But
You're allowed
so
bloody.
I'm
It's
worried
bloody
about it.
is
So
fine.
that's fine. Okay, good. So yes, I revel in it. I'd like it to sort of spray all over me, and I'd like to look up at the sky and laugh.
Except the blood is like a weird dark turquoise,
Blood is blood.
and it just sort
it's
of.
all good.
Sorry, Disrina, I love it.
It doesn't physically damage you, but it
Okay.
acts as an irritant. So,
All right.
so you'll be itchy for the
All
rest
right, all right.
until you can bathe. Bathe.
Splash a little bit of water, you'll be done.
I just like the idea that now what you missed from your character description was just dried blood all over you. Is that a brownish tinge to your skin?
It's yes.
We're Darkness, seeing all that, like seeing a lot of this happen, the main thing he takes away from that is they've already been paid.
Darkness. You like to see that.
Brina, it's your turn. He doesn't actually. Gwendolyn does.
Oh, Gwendolyn would. Oh, that explains it. I've been getting paid. Right, okay. So, what's alive?
Ed's character is the master of the ship, and he would actually be the one paying you.
Excellent.
What's alive?
What's alive?
There are two more elder things. One is attacking Golan, one is attacking Timon, and is stood next to Liabilitas.
And the Shoggoth's dead.
And the Shoggoth's dead.
Cool. Alright, I am gonna. Okay, I'm gonna shape it around Golan because this didn't go well last time. I shot a chromatic orb towards Golan. Let's just blast it. Let's go for. Oh no, actually. What am I saying? Yeah, let's go for 5th level again.
Sure.
I'll be able to work that out quicker.
Sure.
I'm gonna cast. What kind of damage do I want? Let's stick with thunder. I know it's not an ooze.
Okay, you click your fingers and you've got this purple pebble appears. We're missing stuff over here, aren't we? Go on.
18.
18 will not hit it.
Sometimes.
Just misses.
What a waste of spell points.
What a waste of spell points. As the
But I shaped it around Golan so I can't hit him.
fair, as the pebble lands at the feet of the thing, it fizzles out, and you hear a vague roll of thunder, but no damage is done. Golan's turn. Golan is going to bring his maul around, and it looks like he's going to destroy this thing. That's a double 1. He rerolls both of those. That's a 5 and a 6. So 11 plus, so that's 18. And 17. So yes, this thing is dead. As Golan just...
Yay.
Thank you,
Well, I
Kat.
tried.
Golan stands above it, his
It
crackling
distracted it.
mace.
It distracted.
Sure.
The small pebble distracted it. There we go.
It's a magic pebble.
And you feel like there's
Sure
a
it
little
is,
bit of
sure it is.
competition. Cassie, you feel like there's a little bit of competition going on here because Golan also likes to be covered in viscera.
Uh-oh.
And he's just there
It's on
desperately
now.
trying to make the most of it as he kills it with the maul.
All right.
No, because this eldritch creature doesn't work like that. Ooh.
Takes a tentacle.
No time for that. Darkness, it's your turn.
Crawling out of this creature, how many things are alive right now?
One.
One elder thing, and it's in combat with Timon and Liabilitus.
Do they look like they're dealing with the situation?
Pretty much.
I'm gonna lay hands on myself.
Okay.
That seems fair.
And what I do is, like, from the top down, I just...
He is the HR rep here.
and then, like this void light appears in my hands, and I just wipe all the ooze off in one...
How many hit points are you scoring?
55.
55.
Is that all of them?
No, he's
No.
got 75. He's got a pool of 75.
Oh no, I'm gonna use 75.
That's all of them.
I literally had 75 damage, so...
Okay, cool. You've got a pool of nothing now.
Yep.
Anything else? No, you've crawled out. That was
Yep.
your movement. Lay on hands is your action.
Standing atop this...
Now, the elder thing gets one last swing at you. Hooray!
Bring it.
That'll miss. That one is a 19.
Just a hit.
That one's a 28.
Definitely a hit.
And that one, yeah, those 3 hit.
All right.
So that's 14 damage, 9 damage, so 23, and 11 more, so 34 total. As its tentacles squeeze in a desperate last attempt. It knows that everything around it, all its allies, is gone, but it's going to try and take you with it.
All right.
Okay, Liabilitus. At the top
Poison.
of your turn, thank you. At the top of your turn, you take 6 poison damage. 3.
And if it's of any interest, I am critically wounded.
Excellent.
If you were to put a numerical value on how wounded you are,
I would say I'm critically wounded.
Okay.
More than seriously, less than harmed.
If you're gonna quantify your health.
Go on.
I'm just gonna strike this thing.
Yeah, sure, no worries. You are a cleric. You can still do that.
No, you can't.
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
Sorry, dude.
No.
Timon.
Right.
At the top of your turn, you take 7 points of poison damage.
I feel really bad for being so selfish with
I
my
pulled out my chart of how I'm supposed to fillet this thing. Realize I pulled out the chart for a cow, put it aside, and dive into it with the special cleaver again.
Yeah. No, they don't. Everybody has 2 supreme healing potions.
Which is
That
how
would be
much?
excellent.
You can
Sorry.
take it as a bonus
Thank
My
action.
you.
favorite way of
4
preventing
plus
damage is by
20.
killing the thing in front of me.
Well, you can take it as a bonus
Offense
action.
is a good defense.
Hey, there you go.
50.
And 11, so I have to use the 11. 11 plus 12 is 23.
Is a hit.
That's sufficient.
Excellent.
D8 plus 7 damage. 11 points all told.
Okay, it's not dead.
But as my cunning action, I'm going to hide.
Sure.
I see this is
behind the
There's
Dragonborn.
a large pile of guts over here.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
that's true.
there is. Yeah.
I dive
why
into
not?
it.
Yeah, roll a stealth check for me.
Oh my goodness.
This is one of your
I have
reliable
supreme
talents.
Sneak. I'm going to use half my speed and have advantage on my stealth check. So,
So,
advantage, disadvantage.
Straight
Let's
roll. Straight roll.
8 plus stealth. Is
It's
20.
You count it as a 10 because it's one of your reliable talents.
22.
So 22. Ooh. Hang on a second.
No, no way.
I mean, it did really. It rolled a 27. So it knows where you are, dude.
I don't necessarily know this.
He doesn't know.
You
I
don't,
think
but
I'm safe inside this.
there
large
you
pile of
go.
guts.
It's not going to be a sneak attack.
Nope.
Nope.
I'm going to see if I noticed him jumping into there. No.
Cassie, it's your turn. There is one
No.
thing left.
I rolled a natural 20 for that, so I see.
I
So-
totally see it. I saw that.
Did you?
Yeah. There's a lot of
I need to
people
work
like
at my sneaking.
You do.
competing with
It's
the
not that
other
reliable.
What a waste of a critical success.
What, Cassie? What would you like to do?
Well, my thing is dead, so pillage it. No, wait. There's one. There's one more.
There's more viscera to be gathered.
All right.
So
I will go
from
to
the
the
side,
aid.
a pamphlet appears in front of you that
Oh,
says
yes.
"Stealing from indigenous people,"
Yes,
why you shouldn't do it.
What? So stealing from addition? Yes.
and why you shouldn't do it.
Oh.
Oh.
He's the HR rep.
I understand. I understand. Fortunately, Cassie cannot read.
You're gonna have to hold a seminar.
There's one for a magical audiobook for people with.
So continuing my general dice luck, I have rolled 2 2s and a 19.
Sure. So the 19 will hit,
The
and
19
it's a
will
crit.
hit, and it's a crit, so that's good. Where's my d8?
So that's 2d8
So-
plus.
I get to re-roll that. It still sucks. So 16 points of damage. 16, respectable
16
number.
is enough to kill it.
Yes! I win at Viscera.
You too win a viscera.
Head first.
I look at the captain.
You just get the captain's
Right-
and the
right
captain is
here.
there in a mindless rage, just like, and you look at him like, and just dive in, sword first,
Excellent.
and it is dead. Can we get some sad, oh dear, everything was burned music, please?
Very specific music.
This is now is when you notice.
Can I look for the palace, please?
So,
I would also like to look for the palace for unrelated reasons.
can everybody roll perception checks for me?
I cast Lesser Restoration
I
on all the poison
find
people.
nothing.
Thank you.
That's 3.
That's 3.
I find nothing.
Why? Why don't I roll a natural 20 on a joke roll and a natural 1 on the actual roll that I need?
I rolled a 1 as well.
It's okay, babe.
Good. At least we're both blind together.
Right.
Blinded by viscera.
Binded.
You actually,
By
yeah,
default,
you
so
actually
go
have
through it.
bits in your eye. And Brina, as you come over, you feel someone on your shoulder. Someone touch your shoulder, someone big. And she tenses up as you cast Lesser Restoration on her.
It's okay.
Time
No
and-
blades this time.
I peek out from under this.
He's casting Lesser Restoration. There's poison curing to go around.
There's poison curing. Go get
Oh
some.
yes, please, thank you.
I get 22 on perception.
22.
Made up to 20.
You made up to 20.
Wait, does that restoration heal hit points or is it just?
No, it's
It's
just
just
gets
poison.
rid of
Just
poison.
I will take the lack of poison, thank you.
Okay.
How bad do these people look? How much curing do they need? I've got some to go round.
I have part of
do
these
I.
scrap. Just
Don't
a
forget your
scratch.
potions
Nothing
as well.
Oh, I can take a potion.
Nothing serious.
I'll make a potion. What's
I
the,
will also use
what's the healing on that?
It's 10d4 plus 20, or if you don't want to roll it, 45.
Yeah,
Because 10d4
Yeah, I'll
is
take
really
45.
difficult to roll.
It's just a pain.
Yeah.
What actually puts me up to 4 health.
Luckily,
I have
we
taken
know averages. Okay, cool. Potions are all about. So, Darkness, you turn around ready to heal people with your void in your hand, and you just see them all necking health potions.
Save your spells.
So, the two of you, as you look up this path, which you remember, need roll history checks.
Oh,
You've been here before, but you can't see anything.
12.
11.
You remember it having an alliterative name, this road. It's something about wind. Who cares? And as it
actually remember.
Yeah, exactly. And as it curves up the mountainside, you can see the palace. It seems to be the only untouched building. The rest of Luness is in tatters, and people are just lying on the streets out. You can imagine the states they're in. Not good ones.
Does anybody look recently dead?
Yeah.
Within a minute.
Oh, no.
we
Actually, roll an investigation check.
In the time it takes you to investigate.
15.
15. No.
Okay, cool.
No, nobody looks that recently dead. There are some who maybe died 7 hours ago, 8 hours ago.
There is perhaps no time to waste. Come on.
That palace isn't going to leave itself.
That's
That's
true.
not what we're doing.
You mentioned there was a large pile of bodies between us and the palace, yes?
It's not a large pile, it's just
We're not
scattered everywhere.
We're not.
Thank you for the
Murder
reminder.
hobos,
It's
though.
not dark side.
Any
Thank you for the
children
reminder.
on the street that look dead
Yes,
within the last 10 days?
definitely.
Okay. I'm going to go to the
Sadly enough, yes, there are.
the youngest one that I can find.
Oh.
And I'm going to raise
no.
dead.
What?
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 Roll. Read me the specifics of this particular.
You return a dead creature you touch to life,
Creature.
providing it's been dead no longer than 10 days.
Hey.
If the creature's soul is willing and at liberty to rejoin the body, the creature returns to life with 1 hit point.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like zombies.
Yeah.
No.
Okay,
And
that's
it
real.
cures it off. It neutralizes
No, that's
any
create
poisons
undead.
and non-magical diseases.
Okay.
It does not, however, remove magical shit. It does also close up all mortal wounds and then restores, but it does not restore missing body bits.
Okay. Roll a d20 for me.
Oh fuck!
See if you can call out to this soul.
Would this be a persuasion roll?
Yeah.
15.
As you kneel there, sending out your spirit into the ether, saying,
You are too young to die. You have so much more potential.
it's suddenly this young girl in very dark clothing, covered in you don't care to look, suddenly and opens her eyes and starts panting, and then she begins to cry.
While he's coming, I'm gonna like prestidigitation whatever's on her off. Try and calm her down.
I'm gonna
Clean
take
her up
out
a little bit.
My other healing potion. I'm
Okay.
gonna take this. It'll help.
Okay, she's not going to take it from you. She's a little bit too panicked.
It's okay. It's okay. Brought you back.
Roll a persuasion check.
18.
Sure. Okay. Her shaking hand, tiny shaking hand,
I'm gonna
reaches
help,
out.
I'm gonna help guide it.
She drinks the potion, and suddenly, all her wounds closed from the spell, but life glows within her once again, and you can see that she has returned to her total of 2 hit points. How to kill tension in a room.
You basically
No, she-
just gave her a monster energy drink. Is what
She looks up at you and goes, "Who are you?"
What is the ship called again?
Don't remind him.
We're part of the spirit of the horizon.
And her eyes grow wide. She's obviously heard of you.
We're here to help. Go to the harbour.
Oh yeah, you guys have had 2 months of being heroes.
I could use an
I say
assistant.
to her, go to the ship. It's in the harbour. People will look after you.
Okay.
Okay? And
Thank
we're going
you.
to go to the house to try and help.
Is that it?
That is it.
And she
See?
runs off. Jamie, I would like to give you inspiration for that, because that was a lovely moment there. Yeah, that was great. So you can take a D10 inspiration anytime within the next 10 minutes.
I'm
game
not
time.
crying. You're crying.
So
Really cry day.
she's going on board the ship?
Yeah, she's going down towards the ship. Yes, you may try and recruit her to be your assistant later. Why not?
I know one gnome who's not going to let that happen.
These Holyrood is excellent for taking care of grief.
So, what would the party like to do? You've got a few minutes.
I want to start just like making our way up to Queen Alison's castle.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep my eyes out as I go up for any other shenanigans, especially if there's any resistance up there.
Sure, roll a perception check for me.
9. No, 10.
Yeah, there are quite obviously everyone has fallen back to this palace, and anyone who's still alive is holding the gate.
I raise one gauntleted, evil-looking and wave.
Encrusted hand.
Yeah, Shoggoth encrested hand.
And as he does that, can I try and press the digitation off?
Yeah, sure.
Wipe that off.
And so just little gusts go.
And they hear the words, "Darkness has arrived."
That will make you happy.
Roll a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Can I guidance him, please?
Yeah, sure.
Can I choose not to take the guidance for fun purposes?
For the purposes of fun,
For the purposes
yes.
Can I fail? Just for the purposes of story.
What did you roll?
I did roll a 15.
15. Sorry, my language. 3 crossbow bolts sail out behind the...
Wait, it's Brina! It's
Can you
Brina
just
from-
confirm for me, Jamie, that that is a critical hit there?
Yes.
So you take...
It's a good thing you dumped all your hit points into here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
11, 17...
Fun. It's a fun game.
fun.
18 plus, let's say, 12. 30 piercing damage as these bolts just...
Wait,
And
it's
you just
Brina.
look down at them.
It's Brina Poddle. Abelson knows who I am.
And you just hear a half celestial sounding voice. Hold your fire! Unnaturally loud. She's used thaumaturgy to increase
I would like
the
to hand
volume
you
of
the think before you act leaf.
That's the second time that's happened to me.
Yeah.
Spirit of the horizon, approach! We will open the gate!
It's okay, it's just a flesh wound.
Were you badly hurt?
Yes!
Apologies.
That's okay then.
It's a cleric still in your walls, because I
In the
think we're going to need them.
Bodies coming up. Does it look like anybody's particularly important out here that we can drag back with us?
So,
Wait, what?
as the
There's a lot
gates...
of dead people. Some of them might be more important.
Oh,
We might-
you mean the bodies down here?
Exactly.
Right,
I want
right,
to
right.
drag one back.
Roll a
It'll
quick
be nice,
perception
okay.
check for me.
Absolutely.
He's trying to be nice, really.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, he's definitely not going to loot this body.
No.
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 17.
Roll a history
Nice
check.
doesn't mean rich. I mean, you can't.
That's
true.
One on the
You've got
Wait, this is a
ability
history?
check. Ability check. History is an ability
there we
check.
go.
Yeah.
Let's redo that one.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a bad one.
Yeah, that's just halfling luck.
That's 11, 14.
In this city,
Mm-hmm.
which I imagine Timon would have spent some time in,
In
the
the tavern.
Yeah, I'm still doing it.
Yeah, yeah.
I
yeah.
didn't even do that deliberately, guys. I didn't
It's
notice
a
that
literal
happen.
sentence.
The point is that clothing very much denotes social status here, and the darker your clothes, the lower down the ranks you are. The ones with the sort of wispy, silken grey and blue are the more important members of society.
Okay, I'm gonna grab one of them. Toss
But
them
as
to
you
her.
say, wealth doesn't mean that you're nice.
Right.
Um,
Grab one of them, toss him to her. You're stronger than I am. Carry him back in.
So
And-
let me get this straight.
Menial
So,
labor.
be
What?
quick.
Yeah. Oh, they
The little
might pay
girl
for him.
was literally the lowest of the low.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you resurrected a peasant girl. Yeah.
He just brought a peasant girl back from the dead. Think what they could do for this guy.
As you approach this beautiful ovoid white palace, the gates open, and you can see the guards all standing back, all of them shields encrusted with this moon-like sigil. And in the middle, her fingers crackling with electrical power, a very tall, chiseled featured, with this beautiful light blue silken dress on, very wavy fabric. this is Queen Abilzim, and she extends her hand and goes, "Come, we must discuss what has happened." And that is where we're going to end this hour of Adventures. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you, especially those of you who came in. I'll just hand back over to Kat for our closer.
Amazing. Thank you so much for joining us for this hour. Please do feel free to come back. We are here 1 more hour tonight, and then we're doing 10 to 3 and then 5 to 10 tomorrow, and that is our last day. So the story will reach its big finale.
It will reach its big finale.
Yeah, well.
It certainly will end.
And you can see that ending on Twitch or Twitter.
We are streaming on twitch.tv/adventurers123.
Hi, Mum.
So if you can't be here, then do tune in just to see what's happening. We are live tweeting at Twitter, Adventurers250. So give us a wee follow and just say hi. If you do want to play as well, there's no player tickets I believe for the next hour, but tomorrow, as I say, there's 10 hours, so get on it. You can book player tickets.
There will be some available. Yeah.
Or on the Sweet Venue website, so get on it.
Don't be picky about your time.
Quickly fly over to these guys if anyone wants to do a quick plug for anything.
Hi, my name is Oz, and I run an online role-playing stream called Roll Out, and it can be found at twitch.tv/osmills. The archive and previous videos can be found at youtube.com/osmills, and the updates can be found at twitter.com/osmills. There are cards there and at the back that have those URLs on, so you don't need to remember them. And we focus on trying to promote and encourage the voices of women and minorities in the role-playing game space. That's what I do.
Awesome.
And we endorse it.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thanks very much, guys.
So we've got a really quick turnover. I think we've run on a wee bit. So if you're not sticking around for this next hour, thank you so much, and please do feel free to come back and join us.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Take your character sheets, by the way, if you'd like to. Yeah.
Cheers.
Thanks, guys. That was cool. That was really fun.